The deal with the Commanders for a new RFK Stadium is just half the battle. Now Mayor Bowser has to get at least 7 members of the D.C. Council to sign off on spending D.C. taxpayer dollars to make this all happen. Our Rafael Sanchez-Cruz sat down with the mayor earlier today. And Rafa, we know the mayor is responding to those who simply say this isn't a good deal for the city and its residents.
Yeah, that's right, Lorenzo and Leslie. We've heard those concerns about the use of public dollars to fund this project, but Mayor Muriel Bowser tells me that she doesn't want to look 5 years from now and see that same crumbling RFK Stadium and come to the realization that nothing was done to revitalize that pivotal neighborhood in Ward 7.
D.C. has always invested in sports.
Mayor Muriel Bowser is betting on sports as D.C. faces a new economic reality.
People have been affected by this Doge-inspired job loss.
The district's chief financial officer says the city could lose 40,000 jobs due to the Trump administration's cuts to the federal workforce, which is why the mayor says it's time to find other ways to bring money into D.C.
When you look at Nats Park, very nearly 100% funded, over $600 million by taxpayers. It completely transformed the Capitol Riverfront area, turned it into a neighborhood, attracted office buildings, attracted hotels, and created jobs. And guess what? It's going to pay off its bond 10 years early.
Some members of the council are already raising concerns about the project's price tag, saying D.C. taxpayers would be on the hook for over $1 billion.
Some of the members of the council, already saying that they don't think it's the right deal.
The people who have said that have never been for it, have been publicly opposed to it before a deal was ever announced.
Councilmember Charles Allen saying the stadium would sit unused for 335 days of the year, and that unlike other sports investments, this one won't pay itself.
That's why we have been very focused on making sure it has a roof. A great expense, mind you, but I think it'll make for a great building and for year-round activation. Some studies will point to stadium-only projects. That's not what we're talking about.
Bowser says the stadium is just the anchor to speed up the development in the area. That includes up to 6,000 housing units. 30% of those would be affordable housing.
The site itself would fit 4 wharfs. So imagine the excitement and vibrancy of the wharf recreated multiple times at RFK.
Mayor Bowser says the current budget battle with Congress that would force her to make $400 million in cuts to city services is also not a reason why the council shouldn't act by the July deadline.
Because we could have devastating cuts in 25, we can't vote for the revitalization in 26. What that equals is devastating cuts now and no economic development later.
Mayor Bowser says she believes some members of the council are conflating both of the issues. Now, still no word from when the House could vote on that bill that would avoid making those forced cuts that are $400 million, and again, that Mayor Bowser is calling devastating. Live outside the Wilson Building, Rafael Sanchez-Cruz, WUSA 9.
Yeah, and a good reminder from the mayor there, Rafa. We're not just talking about a stadium here, but really transforming a neighborhood that desperately needs these investments. Rafa, thank you.